Welcome back, everyone. Today is our season finale. It's over. It's the last episode. We've had a good run on this season, but I really want to restart. There's so many new features we've added, and I really want to try them in a new save, kind of back to basics. So let me show you what I've been doing in the last, few days on this save, and we're gonna have a fun time as we end this season. So the other day, I was pretty tired. I'll be honest. I didn't want to do anything. So I thought, you know what? Let me just play the game the way it's played. And I had some fun. We were able to buy a bunch of new vehicles, and that's because we have so much money. Our business has boomed. If we go to our tuning shop, we have 3.4 million. And that's part of the reason why I also want to go ahead and start a fresh save, because a lot of the new features we've added just seem to work best on a fresh save. I want to experience them from a starting position. So let me go through all these vehicles I collected in the last couple hours as I've just been hanging out and playing. Then I'll talk about what we're going to do in this episode. So first up, I made this little, not GMC Cyclone, but the Gavril Katrina D series. I see these go through the marketplace, and I thought, you know what? Let me grab one. With this, I ended up putting some fulcrums on and put a Seeps V6 in it. I wanted to keep it true to V6. Makes 417 horsepower after an aftermarket turbo. Oh, I just hit our bull light, I think. I'm gonna open up the hood. There it is. Nothing too beautiful, to be honest. Just an old little V6. Yeah, good idea. Let's go ahead and start this up. Now, we're not gonna drive everyone, and we're probably not gonna drive this one, but I just wanted to start it up because it sounds kind of decent for a V6. I mean, I like it. We have more room for more boost, but in the end, we're really not gonna play with this thing. It was just one of those builds I wanted to just have fun and finally check off the list. Oh, we're on the wall. Let's go close this door. All right. Let's talk about our bull light. This is a car I actually really do love. This is the Nuevo spec, if I'm saying that correctly. And I did put the Cup 2 tires on it, and we'll probably take this out on a drive, but this car drives so well now. I cannot wait to show you. I bought an SBR for probably the second time in any of my career playthroughs. They're bittersweet cars. I don't enjoy driving them, but I enjoy hearing them. They sound really good. This one looked kind of decent. I went ahead and put some aftermarket rims on it. Kind of just more of a yard piece, really. I didn't really plan on driving it. I painted the diffuser too, because I just think it looks so much better with a painted diffuser. I also picked up this Blue Buck because there's a special spec, special trim. Did nothing to it, and I don't really plan on doing anything to it or driving it. I don't know, kind of want to start collecting cars. And then finally, I saw our old mud tractor tire truck come through the sales here, and I thought, you know what, let me pick this up. I went ahead and bought it, and buyer beware, the wheels did not work. Now, this is because Bella has just updated his mud tire pack. I'm really excited because some of the new wheels look really cool. However, there might be some issues. The main issue is anything that had the wheels earlier seemed to not work anymore. And secondly, I couldn't get the mud tires on the front. I'm sure he's updating that and probably already knows about it, but be aware, all of the as seen on TV vehicles may have some issues with their wheels. So let's talk about today. We are going to go do some logging that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. We'll take the bullet over to our other house. I think it's Uncle's Hideout is where it's at, and then we'll drive a new T-Series. The old T-Series we had, I tried driving it a little bit, and it was not good. It was a two-wheel drive. It actually couldn't get up the mountain, even with an empty trailer on. We're gonna do some logging, and then we're going back to West Coast. We're gonna check on the business. I really want to purchase the personal use upgrade for it, and maybe make our own vehicle kits. Maybe make a couple cool little things. And then we're gonna take Frank out and give it one last pass, one last chance to make Frank go as fast as possible. Let's go head over to Uncle's Hideout and pick up our truck. All right, let's head over to the other side. I'm gonna rip up the mountain a little bit, but we're not gonna push it too hard. I really like this car. We're just gonna enjoy the road, enjoy the car. Now, I will say traffic does not like how skinny these roads are. That can be a problem. Let's see if we can navigate our way down this. There we go. Like everything stopped, so I guess that's good. Once that D series comes to life. I don't know why everyone stopped. Is it? Oh, what happened? Windshield's all smashed. Yeah, I mean, this is the part where, back roads in the East Coast are pretty narrow, can get really narrow, especially ones that aren't traveled much, but at some point you gotta have playability, right? We might look into widening that. All right, let's light this up. It's so planted. Still only 300-ish horsepower, 355. That's all it needs. Can't even get sideways if I wanted. Might be a little overconfident. We are on controller again. I do need to break out the wheel one day. Now let's try to pass these cars appropriately. Like, not like random shots where we pass, but you know, straightaways where we actually have a chance. All right, here's our passing opportunity for the blue car. Oh, that was close. Keep it up. Keep going. One more. All right, thrilling. This is why for those that do mountain runs, like I used to do mountain runs, it's so much better to go super early in the morning when there's no traffic. It's a better shot. That's a good pass. All right, getting a little aggressive. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually change it to morning when we get up towards a stopping point. See if that lessens the amount of cars. All right, we're going to park here. Go ahead and change our time of day, which also changes our weather and everything. Maybe we do morning sky 1. That's 7:07. Can we get any earlier? Morning sky 3, 6:28. Okay, it's dark, but let's see if this lessens traffic a bit. I'm gonna give them some space too. That might be plenty. They might be out of a spawning zone. Give it a shot. Yeah, it seems to be a lot less cars. This is perfect. Now we can properly enjoy the mountain. Our lights aren't the greatest, but they are working. Oh, got a little crazy. Okay, easy. A little bit of traffic. I can handle a little bit of traffic. Let's wait for our time to get around. Coming up here soon. You'll do a little first person. I couldn't see around him. Oh, we got a little shaky. Okay, all right, settle down. Man, those tires doing all the work. I wasn't sure if I was going to make that corner. Man, on a wheel, it would be so fun. Just such a hassle to pull it all out, get it connected. And you're trying to use a keyboard, mouse, and a wheel. Little lag stutter from the save. Oh, okay. Yeah, you get that when you're having fun. All right, easy. I'm sorry. Just chill. Can't unhook. All right, let's just pull over here. Inspect the damage. Yeah, kind of got crunched up bad. That's okay. You know, we're here to have fun. We had fun. It could have gone a lot better. Let's go get the truck. Maybe advance the time a little bit and do some logging. All right, check out this new T series. There's no reason why this can't carry not one, maybe more than 2 trailers. Maybe we'll go for 3 trailers. Let's go and pick up the logs. We have a logging site right here. I've really been wanting to do this one because the logging trailers are super... Oh, hold on, we're stuck already. Okay, that's the problem with these trucks. They don't have a lot of flex in them. We'll just lock the diffs. That's fine. There we go. So these logging trailers, they make a lot of money, and I want to be able to try to carry more than one. Really, this route only takes you up and over the mountain. There's not really a lot of hardcore trail riding you have to do. So I don't see why we couldn't try to deliver as many as possible. Okay, we have a bunch of trailers available. We're going to take this 40-foot first because I think this has the little extra trailer on the back. The extra trailer hitch. It does. Let's go ahead and pull this thing out and get it out of the way. Perfect. We're just going to stack as many of these trailers as we can. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Just did some last minute maintenance on the truck. Got our log trailer, or should I say trailers. So I was gonna go for full trailers, the most expensive ones, but instead I kept getting these little brown ones. And you know what? We started stacking them. So we're gonna deliver all 4 trailers up and over the mountain. Now our biggest enemy is gonna be traffic. Obviously, we're gonna need all the lanes, but I think this has a pretty decent bumper. Maybe we might have to push some people out of the way. It's a powerful truck. Let's see if we can get it done. I'm having confidence. I think we can do this. This will be a huge payout if we do as well. Let's hop in and start getting down the road. All right, first initial leaving. Little clutch dump there. Very nice. Oh, with ease. I really hope we can get to the top just so we can try to go down the mountain with all this. This will be absolutely nuts. And already kind of start to feel the weight. We're not slowing down at all. We're gonna have to make sure every corner is wide. This is gonna be kind of tough. We're gonna take our absolute time. We do not want to rush this. It took so long to get these trailers connected. I kept breaking the trailers. They're a little finicky. They're hitches in the rear. Yeah, let's focus on the run. Okay, here's that tighter corner. This will be a good test to see how do the trailers respond as we go around. They are definitely going to cut a lot. We're going to swing wide around the tree, as wide as possible. That was still close. Okay, the saving lag kind of scared me. Okay, this right-hand corner is definitely going to be the toughest part about all this. I almost say, you know what? I say we go left and turn all the way around. That's gonna be the best move. That's the only way. We're gonna have to turn all the way around, do a 180 way up there when we have more room, probably by Jefferson's or TJ's off-road. I'm okay with dragging through the mud a little bit, but we can't get the tractor in the mud. Got a nice break in traffic. Everything's making it through. Nice. All right, let's turn around up ahead. Where all those cars are turning around, that's where we're gonna turn around. Hopefully no cars spawn quickly behind us. We gotta swing this super wide. Oh man, jackknifed a little bit. There's so much weight trying to slow it down. Got to keep it really tight. I think this will work. Maybe. Yes. Okay, we just gotta get up the mountain now. How hard could it be?
2 seconds later.
I need a little space here. I want to hit that. Oh, gosh, we hit that. Oh, we lost the wheel. Hit the bridge. Okay, that's scary. We got plenty of wheels, but let's remember that for our next corners. All we can do is just take these as wide as possible. Try to be courteous of the traffic. Try not to drive off the edge. Oh, there's no way. Sorry, ETK. Let's go down a gear. All right, this is probably our tightest turn yet. Oh, they're already dropping off. Oh no. You gotta stay in it, don't hit the tree. Oh, that was as close as it's gonna get. Okay, and we somehow hit that bastion. Oh, we hit everybody. Just put it down first. Oh. Okay, we're good. I think we can take this corner. We'll have to stay a little wide. Okay, we're still going. I don't think we're almost there, but we're making our way there. Okay, it's a pretty wide corner, or pretty narrow corner, I should say, a tight corner. We're gonna go really wide. Sorry if there's we just gotta. I hate to do it. But there's no way we're gonna get stuck in those trees if we went any closer. Oh man, now we could have started the FRE. We could have started the Toge FRE, but I feel like that was cheating. Oh, I'm gonna start to wish that we did do that. We still hit the tree. Oh no. The thing about these road trains is you don't back them up. That's, I mean, oh. Let me see what we can do. This is not gonna be easy, if it's even possible. All right, I have an idea. Probably not gonna work, but it's our only shot. Oh, our wheels are broken. We have no steering. Oh no. That's just hopping. Okay, I have an idea. Let's go fix our truck, then come back. We can always come back. Wait, we can't. We can't tow. Because if we tow, we lose... no, well, no, we disconnected. So I think we can tow. So unfortunately, when we towed our truck, even though we were unhitched, we lost all the cargo. It returned it all. So maybe we can try again one day with probably less cargo. Maybe we actually do the Toge event, so then there's no traffic. Because with no traffic, I think we could have done it no problem. But that was going to be a very expensive load. Each one of those trailers were anywhere between, I think, 40 and 60, maybe 70,000 each. If you throw a multiplier bonus on that, we were really about to make a lot of money. But let's go ahead and move back to West Coast, head back there, do some work on Frank. But before we do that, I want to go through all the vehicles we've worked on and made memorable moments with in the last month. Let's take a walk through memory lane, and with me for this part, I have Shift Tab. How are you doing, Shift Tab?
I'm doing good. I'm excited.
Good. I kind of want to share this moment with you because, I mean, you've edited every single one of these videos that these vehicles starred in. So I thought it'd be good to kind of go through them together and talk about them. The good, the bad, the funny, get your take on some of them.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's start with our Bastion wagon. This is one of the earlier cars we bought. This was just kind of our daily vehicle just to get in and out of maps. Nothing too crazy. We did throw a wide body kit on it at the end and some nice rims. I'm pretty sure it's just a stock engine as well. I think E85. There it is. I thought about actually going black on black with this, but I know Shift Tab, you hate black on black.
Our video would not get edited. I can confirm.
I should also mention that these are all part of the As Seen on TV collection. These are all the vehicles that were recently added. So here we have Sarge. Sarge was fun. You saw me build this one. I think you discovered the little squinty eyebrow or eye lights together. That's pretty fun.
Yeah. I think it's one of my favorite looking cars for sure. It's got the most personality, I think.
Has a lot of personality. Unfortunately, didn't get driven a whole lot. Yeah, it didn't do great either at what it was designed to do. Can I just start it from outside the car? I don't think so. This thing sounded fantastic. It looks like looks like it's almost out of gas too. I guess if you buy this one, it might have been saved with a really low fuel tank. That's pretty funny. Just the way it rocks too and on throttle. Super fun. It's like you said, a lot of personality, but I don't think it really is necessarily good at anything. You could probably build it a little different.
Put some slicks on the back and then take it down a quarter.
Oh, that would have been fun to do. Bet it would do decent, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Next we have Double Trouble. Named Double Trouble for a reason. We got twin turbos in the back, then a supercharger in the front. If I can get the hood to pop. I think this hood doesn't like to stay open though. Yeah, no, wait, okay, hold on. Let me open it for proof. There we go. Supercharger up there in the front. Super cool. Now, I love this truck. It was kind of, the design was more about a fun little toy truck. You know, this is kind of supposed to look like almost fiberglass, very hollowed out, very lightweight. Did exceptionally well, but I know you have thoughts about this truck, Shift Tab.
Yeah, this may be my least favorite car that you've built, potentially ever.
Oh, geez. Why is that?
I just don't like the color, the green and orange.
Yeah.
It ain't for me. It ain't for me.
It's meant to be.
Yeah, it's just me.
I mean, it was meant to be kind of childish in a sense, right? It's supposed to not be matching it. It's not supposed to be really pleasant. It's just kind of like, hey, let's do this cool thing, you know? So I get that. I also know you don't like the dove nose planted bits.
About to bring that in, yep. The dove nose it just doesn't make sense, like, whatsoever.
It doesn't, but it's cool. So I like it.
You know, You know when you open like a cardboard box and it just like stays open and it's like slightly piss?
Yeah.
That's what that looks like.
I don't know. I think there's obviously this is probably more meant for crawling and stuff, but I don't know. It's just like the narrow front and makes you think, oh, this thing's gonna go fast. Definitely a design choice, but I don't know. It's fun. It's one of my favorite trucks. Then we have this thing. I don't really have a name for it. I think we called it the cheap trophy truck or something because it was designed to do all the Baja stuff at Pepper Valley. But then in the back, it's still, I can't even open that. It's just a little regular frame. No crazy high suspension. It does have off-road suspension, but it's, I don't know. It's a cool looking truck, but it also didn't do super great. I didn't really run it a lot. I didn't spend a lot of time with it. But I think you kind of liked it, right, Shift Tab?
Yeah, no, I really like the way this looks, and it's like quite low, which is super weird to see like a trophy-esque truck. So I don't know, I kind of like it. Right.
Well, the really cool thing about it too is it has a lot of suspension travel, at least in the front. The rear, not so much, but if we lift up the front, you really see it just, once it's in the air, it kind of, I don't know, it really drops down so that way when you hit the jumps and land, it soaks it all up. So it jumped really well for what it was. It was definitely the start to something though. It was never really finished. And then we have our 40K trail truck. Honestly, I spent a lot of time kind of working on this. Not a lot of time, but I put a lot of effort into it. And then I look at the config it was built off of, and it looks almost identical. I guess really all I did was change the tires and put a nice front bumper on with the cool winch. And other than that, it was pretty much stock. It did a little bit of engine work, but it was fun to try to build this at a budget. I really like the budget builds. However, we have this. Now we're into the drag section. These are all drag cars. You can kind of see we have 5 drag cars versus mostly D series and a couple others. We kind of maybe need to diversify a little bit, but Shift Tab, you know more about this car than I do.
Oh yes. So this was what was it? The Winter Drag Week winners car, prize car.
Yep.
And I built it purely for the sound, which no longer exists. So unfortunately, the show piece of this car is now gone, and it's stuck with the vanilla inline 4. But at one point, this car sounded absolutely fantastic. It had the an LS variant from a mod that got taken out of the repository. So yeah, it looks good. I think it looks really good. However, it is just kind of useless now. It's got like 140 horsepower. Yeah,
so if you buy this as off of the As Seen on TV dealership, you're gonna need to put a new engine in it. I really love the wheels though. The tire fitment and everything, it was perfect. Even the no texture Christmas lights, it kind of went well because there's yellow tire stickers on the tires there. So it's just it was a fun car, and I was so excited. The only time I drove it was during the drag week, the very end, and it ran so well, especially for a manual as a stick shift. So it launched perfect. All it needed was some more power at the back end, and even then, it didn't really need it. It was still really fast.
Yeah. And fun fact about those no texture Christmas lights, in the drag week video, they weren't no texture on your PC, and now they are. They've always been no texture for me though.
Yeah, so maybe there's something else in the collection that's bugging it, but I don't know. Do you pick it up? Let us know. Do you have yellow lights or do you have green lights, or maybe there's leaves? I'm not really sure. And then next we have C-Roy 2.0. So of course we had to bring C-Roy back from last year, which actually around this time last year was the last time I drove C-Roy as well. So maybe this is going to be a yearly occurrence, but C-Roy 2.0 got a new roll cage on the outside. A lot of new race tab parts were developed on it, including customizable clutches and boost by gear turbos. Really quick, really fun. I went with a sequential kind of mode. I know it's not necessarily an exact manual, but it feels really good and a lot of fun. And yeah, definitely proud of this one. You can pick this one up. It'll be pretty quick, pretty fun. That big light bar does work and is extremely bright. But yeah, one of my favorite cars. But speaking of my other favorite cars, Frank 2.0. We're gonna drive him later today, and I've made some changes basically off of this version that you will have in the As Seen on TV collection. And so hopefully we get him going even faster. I don't think I'm gonna upload it or update him. It's just gonna be the season finale. We're gonna quicken him up, and then that'll be that. We're gonna go back to whatever he was here. This is I want to say a 620, 630 tune-up. It's definitely softened a little bit, maybe even a 640. You can turn it up. You can probably do a lot better with him. But definitely one of my favorite cars. And then another favorite car, because I guess I like all my drag cars, Sid. Sid was really fun to build, really fun to drive, had a 2J in it. It was a stick shift. This was our drag and drive vehicle for this season or this winter event. And unfortunately, same with the BX's engine, this engine pack was taken off the repository. So no more 2J, no more 2J sounds. It sounded absolutely amazing, and it's so sad that it's gone. I really hope the 2J comes back, or if any 2J comes back, we're going to find a way to get another 2J in here. But for now, I don't know what engine should go in here. You could put a V8 in it, but that's kind of not Sid, is it?
I know exactly what engine it needs, and I think there is still a version of it in the collection.
Really? Oh,
It needs a rotary.
I knew you were going to say that.
It needs a rotary.
Rotary would be cool, but it has to sound
It's a light
right.
car. It doesn't need the torque.
Yeah.
And on idle, at least, it sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good, I think.
We'll have to play with that. Maybe we'll put a rotary in it, but for now, it is in the As Seen on TV collection with no engine. So another buyer beware. Then last but not least, we have Deborah. So Deborah did get a second version put into the As Seen on TV collection. The first version were on skinny tires and I think a little less horsepower, smaller supercharger. Then we built her up again with this giant supercharger. Now it does make about, I think, 1,000 or 1,500 horsepower. It has some amazing surging with it as well and some really fat tires. It's a great looking car. However, we down-tuned it to really run only about 850. We want it to be kind of a stable build. Let me go ahead and start this one up. There we go. Probably one of my favorite sounding vehicles in the fleet. And I know we sold all these cars to invest into the business, but you know, you can still buy them and As Seen on TV, and it's just so nice to kind of walk through memory lane again with them.
There may be a reason why you may or may not have seen this car, and it's because it was a black on black car. So there,
That's true, actually.
The thumbnail was just a shadow going down the quarter mile, and you may not have even seen it. Who knows?
I don't know if we did do a thumbnail with it because I definitely...
You're not even used to it. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, it's a great looking car in person, but yeah, when I built it, I was like, I gotta put other stuff in the video so that way, you know, ShiftTab actually edits this video kind of thing. So it's yeah, it's one of my favorite cars. It's really fun, but at the same time, it serves absolutely no purpose other than to look cool and sound cool. Well, that's everything in the As Seen on TV collection update from this last month. Again, if you want to have any of these vehicles for yourself and purchase them from dealerships, you can go ahead and become race crew members through the YouTube memberships. Give you access to a special Discord area as long as your YouTube and Discords are linked. All right, we are back in West Coast and we are in a freshly tuned Frank. I've spent a lot of time driving him and testing, basically, you know, trying to get the suspension dialed in. The suspension has always been the sore spot of this. I've come to the determination, though, to make this any faster, I think I really need to add weight on the front. But today, what we're going to do is actually take as much weight off as possible. I saw Cletus's video where he took off a ton of weight off Mullet. I thought, you know what? How heavy is Frank? And, well, he's 1,700 kilograms. If you do the math, that's roughly 3,800 pounds. We were nowhere near light enough to be going as fast as we probably could. So I want to take as much weight as possible. Now the problem is all that weight's going to come off in the front probably, and it's going to affect the tune and probably slow some things down. However, at the top end, maybe we'll pick up some speed. But before we do all that, I'm going to the tuning shop to go ahead and upload Frank's current parts into a part kit, so then we can apply it to other Moonhawks. In fact, I have a second Moonhawk there waiting for us to go ahead and receive all the parts. And we're going to drive them side by side and see if the kits really work. Can we make a different Moonhawk just as fast as Frank? All right, back at the tuning shop. There is our other Moonhawk. And Frank is so cool in here. The echo sound. Oh, it's so nice. We're going to upload the kit and then we're going to immediately apply it. I don't think we have the upgrade that actually unlocks. We'll have to level up a little bit. We should have plenty of XP. Definitely have enough money. Go and check on the business. Yeah, so we have 4.1 million. That's insane. Let's go ahead and look at our... Actually, first we need to go to the skill tree. And the skill we're looking for is this personal use skill. As you can see, you need at least 15 total upgrades to use this skill. Let's go ahead and do some other upgrades. Maybe we'll upgrade the kit storage. Man, it really doesn't matter. We have so much money in XP. We have no issue whatsoever. We'll get some of these. As soon as that unlocks, we'll go ahead and get the personal use. There we go. Personal use for 300 grand. We can now use our own vehicles, which is great because then we can go in and order parts, do the tuning, and have all the live data as soon as that part starts working. So I can see in our garage vehicles, we now have 2 Moonhawks. One of them is Frank here. I think it's the 378. And switching the vehicles is currently not working. We are trying to iron out still the last bit of the bugs. Let me go ahead and move our other Moonhawk out so we can save the kit. And now hopefully we should be able to use Frank in the personal use section of the garage. There we go. It's our personal vehicle. Man, I guess that's the original thumbnail. Oh, that's so funny. Original paint and all. If we go to parts, we can actually start upgrading Frank if we wanted to. Now, we're not going to work on that today. Frank's already exactly where we want it. We are going to go ahead and make a kit. So we can go to kits, go to create kit. We'll call this Frank 2.0. I'm gonna call it 23 PSI. The reason why is Frank is really detuned right now, especially in top gear. We are going to put the boost all the way back up, but for testing purposes, I want these cars to be exactly the same and have the best chance at going down the track. Now we can go hop in the other car, hopefully apply the kit just fine. So now we can pull in our other Moonhawk, hop on out, go to the computer, and when we hit apply kit, we give us a price. It's going to cost 75 grand. That's nothing for us right now, but that's a lot of parts, a lot of money. Apply. And interesting, normally it takes time for it to apply, but that was instant. So there is an alternate version of Frank. Let's go ahead and go into here and maybe take off the hood. Go to our hoods here, hit that drop down, hit remove. Nothing to purchase there. Hold to apply. There you go. We have an alternate version of Frank. That is too funny. I expected it to take some time, but let's go ahead and head to the drag strip and see how both these cars compare. Here we have it. We almost have 2 Franks in here. Obviously, Frank 2.0 here on the right with the Ute body, and then a sedan version. Full interior, just as that original car had it. There you go. We can make alternate versions, almost copies. This is cool. So let's run Frank first. Frank again has a very kind of test tune setup, so the top gear is not tuned in. And I guess we'll do a full pull. It's going to hurt the turbos, I think, but we'll do it anyways. And then we'll drive our other car, see how they compare. Then we'll turn up Frank and go for some record runs. Let's go ahead and get staged here. Now, one thing you're going to notice is the rear end's actually going to raise like a proper 4-link system. I'm really excited for these tuning changes. They're a lot better. However, he does still wheelie, so we're going to have to be really careful. As long as he goes straight, we should be fine. We might have to drive it quite a bit. Slight pedal. Okay, a 637, 110 60 foot, 287 in the 330, and a 425 in the 8th. That is really good. That's exactly where I wanted to be. Again, 4th gear or 3rd gear didn't have the full boost coming in. That's totally fine. We were in a 637. I'm actually going to save this one, and we're going to go ahead and drive our other Moonhawk and see if it compares. Okay, our Frank 2.0 kit car. Now, it does take the tuning changes as well, so this should be the exact same tune. Let's see how it does. So much more stable. I didn't have to pedal at all. Wow. Okay, a 623. That is fantastic. Now, one thing that maybe didn't carry over correctly is the radiator. We do have a radiator when we shouldn't have a radiator. The methanol system doesn't really work. The cooling system doesn't work if there is a radiator. But at 623, it's a lot quicker, but honestly, I think that's all chassis change. You saw the wheelie was not nearly as significant because there's more weight on the front. With the with the U body, I think there's just a lot more weight in the rear. We also have that front bumper on. That's going to add some weight as well. Really cool feedback there. I think we wanted to build Frank to be the fastest possible. It just can't be that body. We have to lighten the rear end or bring some weight in on the front. We did have the same 60 foot at 110, a little faster than the 330. We were able to stay in it in the 8th mile and get a 414. Don't get hit. Okay. And we even took some damage. So there you go. All right, let's go and park this. Let's get in Frank. We're going to try to shed. Actually, before we shed weight, let's adjust the tune. Let's put the boost in and the final gear and see how fast we can get Frank to go in the current state. Okay, the only change we made was added a bunch of boost in 3rd gear, giving us another almost 2,000 horsepower. We're up to 6,000 horsepower in top gear, not the whole way. Everything else is going to be exactly the same. We're going to try to keep it straight, and then, yeah, just keep it off the walls, keep it in the lane. Here we go. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. All right, pop both back tires. I don't even think we got into final gear. And across the line. Okay, so let's get that repaired. That's not how we're gonna leave Frank hanging. That's not. This cannot be the final drive. Can't end like that. Let me go get this thing fixed, and we'll try again. Okay, back to the line. I gotta remember, pedal it in 2nd gear. Try to get that nose to drop before we go into our high gear. Here we go. Oh, this is the one. This is the one. Oh, that was not the one. I mean, that was not a good. Okay, I think I pedaled it too much. Let's try again. Oh, we ran out of gas. Dang it. Try to stay in it. We got a 624. That's a really good run. 417.8. We can just get it to go straight. I didn't like I crossed the line. Let's go ahead and claim that 624, and let's start throwing on some lightweight parts. Let's see if we can get Frank here as light as possible. All right, let's do one last send-off for Frank, one final run. We made some little adjustments, added a hood, added a splitter, really trying to get the weight on the nose. Let's see what he'll do in this tip-top form. Okay, a 617, but we blew the motor. 245, 105, 60 foot. Wow. I went into manual mode for that one, decided to go from 1st to 3rd, and, well, the car liked it, the time liked it, but the engine did not like it. Blew the piston rings right out of it. And then the gas light came on at the very end. So, there you go, guys. That's the season finale. That's Frank. That's Frank 2.0. The end of the 7th season. We'll be back with another season. Have an exciting way to start things off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this long season of episodes. I know I sure did. That's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back and focus on what's in front of me. Everybody days a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. So take it from me, I got some places I should take you to see. You know it's easy when you ride with a G. Light speed, moving fast through the city, trying to find me some peace. I found